good to see you. President Trump suggesting this morning that a deal was imminent, and then he left the meeting saying no deal. So where are we, Ken? Can you shed any light on this?
I can. I think the president is playing mind games with the Iranians. It's kind of like that scene out of Star Wars when Obi-Wan Kenobi puts his hands up and he says, "These are not the droids you're looking for." President Trump is saying to the Iranians, "This is not the deal you're looking for." He is constantly saying the same thing to them, but listening to their demands. And they are worlds apart, the U.S. and the Iranian side. I think the president has showed remarkable patience. He is willing to get to a deal, but as he said, he holds all the cards. The Iranians just don't understand that. Remember also why the Strait of Hormuz is closed. It's not because of the United States. It's not even because of Iran. It's because of a cartel of London insurance companies. And you know, you don't have to fire shots. The Iranians don't have to fire shots to make the bankers afraid.
Are you talking about Lloyd's of London? I thought the US administration had said we will insure vessels going through. That was some months ago now. What happened to that?
Didn't work. And it did not convince those squishy bankers. They're looking at their bottom lines, and the shipping companies are doing the same thing. They're looking at a hypothetical insurance from the United States versus a real world insurance that they're getting from this cartel, and they're saying, "Hey, we've been working with the insurance cartel for decades. We're going to trust them and not the United States government."
Yeah. Ken, I just do wonder. I appreciate your optimism, and I generally support Trump when it comes to migration and so on. I did actually support him in this conflict. I want the IRGC obliterated from the face of this earth, and also all their proxies and so on to go the way of the dodo. And I want the Iranian people, more than anything, to be free to live their lives in peace. However, I will say, it feels like Trump doesn't know what he's doing.
Ben, we're only in Act 3. That's your problem, and it's not you're not alone. We're only in Act 3. This is a 5-act Shakespearean drama. Act 3 is about to end. The Iranians have said publicly tonight that they do not accept the U.S. conditions. They want money up front. They want sanctions relief up front. They want the U.S. to commit to pulling out all of our troops from the Persian Gulf. Those things are not going to happen. And I think the negotiations are at an end. Remember that the Saudis had asked the president 10 days ago, please don't launch any military action during the Hajj. Well, the Hajj was from May 25th until May 29th. Today, the Hajj is over. 1 million people are going to be leaving Saudi Arabia. Once they're out of Saudi territory, I expect we will pass to Act 4, and that will be a very quick, very brutal, nationwide kinetic strike by the United States with the goal of convincing the Iranian people that the Revolutionary Guards and the Mullah Moshtaba can no longer rule, that they cannot survive the United States. And then after that, we will pass to Act 5, which is the uprising of the Iranian people.
Oh, goodness. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. I mean, that for me was what this whole conflict was about. It was the call from the president to the Iranian people who put their lives on the line, thousands of them, tens of thousands. And when that day comes, I will celebrate with a nice glass of something special. Maybe I'm just impatient, Ken. I can't do long, drawn-out dramas and series anymore. I'm addicted to smartphones and scrolling. I've got the attention span of a goldfish, so maybe that's my problem.
You know, in the 17th century, people in London could sit down in those theaters and watch a 5-act Shakespeare play. And they were enthralled right up until the end. Why can't we do that today and we got live television, huh?
Yeah. Ken, thank you so much. Appreciate you as always. Come back soon on The Late Show Live. Appreciate it. Ken
pleasure.
Timmerman, Senior Fellow at the America First Policy Institute.